Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to episode something something of No Rhyme, No Reason. We made it past three, less than 100. Who knows? I'm Rich Rada, joined by my more handsome co host, Mr. Jeff Bosey, and our special guest for a little while tonight till he has to dip and go do something exciting, like talk to family, Stevie
Yeah.
GB.
Hey,
How are you, Stevie?
pretty good. How are you?
Not too shabby. How's things out east?
I'm not that far out east. I'm in Holbrook. Where are you guys?
Up compared to me, you're in Montauk Lighthouse.
Oh, for Christ's sake, you freaking Nassau people.
I was I was born and raised a Suffolk guy. It's not my fault. I moved out here.
Oh, you crossed the border?
I know. I did. I did. I'm in Malvern now, but not too bad.
Malvern. Holy crap. That's like Jamaica for me.
Exactly. So
Well,
what's
I
cooking?
decided.
How is the life of a comic slash one man show slash music lover slash Trump guy in the COVID world?
Trump guy. Where'd you get that from? Uh, yeah, well, the comedy, geez, I haven't done anything since March, so that's pretty much dead.
Nothing.
And
No internet shows. Nothing.
oh yeah, I don't count those because they're just awful. But yeah, I've got a few lined up actually. I'm doing a Zoom Christmas party. I don't know what that's going to be like. It's going to be very weird. But
Well, at least this way you don't have to go ahead and smack the person you're drinking with.
yeah, exactly.
Everybody's
So,
doing them now, though. So
not me.
you know,
Yeah,
Not
they're
I.
tough. I like you got to have that live audience. It's really hard without it.
are you one of the guys who I've talked to a lot of different people. So some people told me, "Oh man, I've been hunkering down during this quarantine, and I've been writing and writing and writing and writing." And then I got other people who go, "As soon as this shit's over, I'm coming back with the same crap I've been doing for 10 years."
I wrote one joke. It's a
Oh,
good
can,
one though.
can we hear it?
You want to hear it?
Let's hear it.
Well, one thing I notice about the masks is, I like to look at women when I go in stores, and now I'm looking at these women with the masks, and I discovered that the nose is the new cleavage. I want to see what's under that mask. I'm like, just a nipple slip, a nostril slip would work for me. That's it. The other day I did that, and a woman caught me, and she said, "Excuse me, sir, my breasts are down here."
I press it down here. Yeah, yeah. Eyes down, fella. Eyes down.
You're looking for the little nostril slip. I screwed up the joke. I said nipple slip, but it's the nostril slip.
Hey, listen, listen. I want the nipple slip.
Me too. I still want that, but right
Yeah.
now the nostril's looking pretty sexy to me.
Wow, you guys are just. I mean, nope. You can't dissuade you guys from anything during COVID. It's all every body part you can find. It's all good.
I'm tired of hearing about it. I did notice that old people are now having tailgate parties in mall parking lots. Have you noticed that?
In
Is
mall,
this
Sitting
in
there,
the mall parking lot.
yeah, in the mall parking lot with the door open, and they're having conversations in the middle of a parking lot in the mall because they can't go inside. This is the new.
Are these
This
the?
is the thing.
Is this the crew that used to be the walkers that used to go around?
Yeah, the mall walkers
Yeah,
are
the
now the
mall
parking
walkers.
lot sitters.
But now, do you all get to go ahead and enjoy that dollar coffee from McDonald's?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Uh,
That's
you
correct.
mean any size coffee? It's not just for $1. You can
Oh,
get
well, you
take
want to
them
know
as
what?
big as you want, buddy.
You want to know what? That's the best part is that you just got done revealing your age to know that. I'm sorry, I'm not at that part yet.
Well, if it means anything to you, you look older than us, so just have at it.
Well, how old do you have to be to get the dollar coffee? I don't even know.
I thought it was
I'm
for
missing
everybody.
out.
Wait, there's an age limit on the dollar coffee?
Well, I thought
I
it
don't
would have
think
been.
there is.
There's no more like the senior coffee or any of that, or senior breakfast or any of the senior
It's
things. Oh,
discrimination.
screw the seniors. Okay, screw the seniors. Got it. Okay.
I'm 63. I think I'm missing out on 5 years worth of the free stuff that seniors get. I don't even take advantage of it,
I
which is
I
brilliant.
golf I golf a lot, and supposedly when you're over 55, you're supposed to hit the gold tee box. I'm like, I'm thinking of getting up there. I'm old enough. I haven't taken advantage of that distance yet. So, Bulls, what are you now? 70, 71?
I'm in my spry. Kiss my ear. I'm in my spry 40s. Okay, and I'll take it and I'll live with it. And even though I might look like I'm in my 60s, but still,
Hey,
nevertheless,
that's fine.
All right.
you
Hey,
know.
I'm 63. I tell people I'm 83, and they say, "Wow, you look good for your age."
Yeah, you know, yeah. So Stevie, what
You
have you
go
been
up,
doing?
go up, don't go.
What are you doing
What
to
have I
keep
been
busy
doing?
during this, these last 8 months, if you will?
Well,
Well,
well, I did. I've been working on some character things. I have retirement village people, and we do parody songs. It's songs for the ages by the age is our tagline. And we do. You can't see me, but I'm peeing.
Well,
And I even wrote a few originals songs. One is "If Elvis Were Alive, He'd Be Dead by Now." I have a country song called "My Girlfriend's a Walmart Greeter." So you get the idea. It's fun.
I
And so I've been writing some songs. I don't play any instruments. I just write the lyrics. And I got my partner, Joe, who plays piano, and we connect. And we've done some shows. So I have that character going on. Monty Belligerent. He's like this. I'm on Don Sill's show every week. Don Sill,
we
and
heard
he
of
does a
him.
little.
I love how before we go ahead and we see your character.
Oh, you've seen it.
There's a cute little book that opens. It's like
Right, Monty's
it's
diary.
story time.
Story
with,
time
That's right.
before I get belligerent. Here's a nice little book opening, and now I'm
Oh,
gonna
you like
unleash.
that? See, that was Don's idea. I thought that was pretty cool too.
Yeah,
So you
Don,
watch those. I'm glad you watch them. I'm doing them every week. Then I got this other character who's Dr. Gloob. He's a psychiatrist to bizarre people. Like he treats vampires and zombies. I think Octomom was one of his patients.
wait, Doctor
Last week he
Gloob.
interviewed. He was that
Gloob.
Dr.
Dr.
Gloob, Gloob,
Okay.
and he's a psychiatrist and he treats all these weird people. So that's another character. Last week he treated patient zero. He found patient zero.
Which
And
disease?
any disease.
Oh,
It's
okay.
always patient zero. And he's got a problem, patient zero, because he feels like he has no identity. No, why is he zero? Why isn't he patient one?
No confidence. It's
So
terrible. Yeah.
yeah, so these people have very sick emotional problems, and I treat them as Dr. Gloob.
And
It's just
and
It's
you got
almost
you got your doctor credentials from many years of of study.
I don't know. I think he got it from Fredonia, which is where the Marx brothers, Groucho Marx was once the king of.
Nice.
Hail
Now,
Fredonia.
now, if I understand, you're a huge Marx Brothers fan.
Yeah. Oh, I grew up a Marx Brothers fan. This is a true story. When I was about 7 or 8 years old, my mother said, "Sit down," because I was a little bit feisty as a child. And she said, "Sit down and watch this." And what was on TV was Duck Soup. Now,
I love Duck Soup.
most 7 or 8 year olds don't know what they're watching, but it absorbed into me. And from that day on, I think I became a Marx Brothers fan. So, yeah, love the Marx Brothers. I got all the movies. Love Groucho.
I used to always love that one. Number one, I always loved Harpo when he went ahead and he just went around and did his thing. But for some reason, that's the one song that always circles in my head every now and again is that "Oh Lydia, oh, have you met Lydia? Lydia the tattoo lady." Yes.
Yes.
See, Bozy, you're old enough. You.
Well, listen, the one thing I have to say, I mean, I might be a young, new, unknown, uncared about comedian, but still, nevertheless, I actually appreciate more so like the Marx Brothers, Abbott and Costello, and everyone that came out of
Stooges?
that era. The Three Stooges, not so much. But Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah.
So I used to always like watching those because two reasons. One, it was smart
Mhm.
and clean. Well, for the most part. I mean, Groucho got a little dirty.
Yes.
But for the most part, it was smart yet clean. They didn't have to use curse words or anything such of a manner to go ahead and get the comedy across to the audience. So that's why I enjoyed
Well,
those.
Groucho got away with a lot of stuff. There was, I think it was Go West. He was tied up, and he told the girl, he said, "The keys are in my pocket." And she reached in the pocket. She goes, "I feel funny." He says, "Go a little further, you'll feel nuts." So he got away with that.
Yes.
And he also got away with, he walked into a room. He said, I'm the plumber. I'm here to check her pipes." And he looked right at the camera and said, "I haven't told that joke in 20 years.
Now,
So,
he was. I was not aware of this, but he was a guitar player too, right?
Yes, he played guitar,
And he
he
didn't do. He didn't
wrote
like to do
music.
it a lot in the movies and stuff. But they said in two of the movies he actually played some guitar, right?
He did in was it wasn't Horse Feathers? What was the one that had Monkey Business where he was in the boat playing the song? Everybody says I love you. I think it was Monkey Business. If I'm not mistaken. But yes, he liked to sing. He liked to play guitar. He
He
was a pretty talented guy.
Yeah, he had. I didn't know this, but he evidently had a good relationship with a lot of rock and rollers. They
He
like,
was very close friends with Alice Cooper.
and yeah, and also, I mean, Queen named two albums after their movies, right? So Queen was
Yes,
Freddie Mercury hung with him a little bit, and
they all
Alice
did.
Cooper and
They
him
all
were
did.
buddies, right?
They were very close friends.
That's
Alice Cooper used to
crazy.
visit him all the time in his older years. Well, he was an icon. I mean, and he loved. There's a story Alice Cooper told that he went with Mae West. Groucho Marx and Mae West went to an Alice Cooper show, and it's like hard to imagine.
Not
And they
kidding me.
loved it. And they came out and they said it's vaudeville. They thought it was a vaudevillian type of entertainment because he had because Alice Cooper was a showman.
Yeah, he was
just
crazy.
unbelievable. So he found the value in, even though it was macabre but it was campy and it had that same vaudevillian feel to it. So they became very close friends.
Yeah,
It's kind
I
of a
saw an
weird.
article that Alice Cooper was saying one time, like they'd get together and watch movies and TV and
Yeah,
just hang out. I'm like, you'd never put those two in the same room. Like you would never
why
think.
not?
Yeah,
I mean, it's funny because even though Groucho was in his 80s, he was still, he still had that quick wit. I mean, if you ever watch the old episodes of You Bet Your Life, that was
Yeah.
an amazing show because it was not only a game show, but he was basically a late night talk show host at the same time. But it wasn't with celebrities, it was with everyday people. And he would interact with them, and it was like 90% improvisational. So he was always quick with the wit, and he was right on it, and nobody could duplicate that. He was really a genius.
was he your? Is he your favorite or top? One of your tops of all time entertainers?
I hate that question because there's so many. I mean, I put George Carlin up there as a favorite stand-up. I think, George Carlin. Uh, I think of guys that I listened to growing up, like that Class Clown album. I could probably still recite every word of it. So Carlin, Bill Cosby. I hate to say it, Bill Cosby.
Brilliant
No,
though.
Yeah,
listen,
Before the drugs and the the
the
assault,
guy was a genius.
he
He
was
was the
a
best
good cop.
storyteller in the world. Uh, I love Steve Martin. I grew up with. I love Steve Martin. So yeah, Groucho, of course, Woody Allen, Larry David. Those are my. I sound like Larry David. Pretty, pretty,
for a
pretty
hot
good.
minute, for a minute, I thought we were on the air with Larry David.
I have the same sensibility. Like I need this. What is this Zoom? I don't know. What is this? You think I need this?
Exactly.
This really does suck. The fact that we all have to resort to some sort of minute entertainment, and for now, this is the seems to be the only way without the secret comedy shows.
Yeah, I haven't even been invited to any of them. I don't know if I should be insulted or happy.
Well,
I think they probably figure at our ages we're in the high risk category.
Oh
So
yeah, maybe
they
that's
don't want to bring us over there and have to do CPR or anything.
maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like that I'm in high risk. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you'd like
something I
to.
always wanted to be.
You know you've made it big when you get invited to one of these backyard or garage shows. Then you check that off your bucket list. The
I've done
comedy
I've
garage
done
show.
I've done so many of those before COVID that I don't even want to think about. The backyard parties, 4th of July outside. Think about that for a minute. Bursting bombs in the air. That is crazy.
Now I've seen you post several times over the last couple of years about venues and shows and everything, and one of your shows that you loved that you did that you were part of anyway was at the Westbury Theater.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit about that. I know that
Oh.
I've seen pictures and I was like, damn, that's a show.
Well, Westbury Music Fair, which I still call it that.
Yeah, me too.
Westbury Music Fair is like the golden ticket of Long Island theaters. I mean, I think so. Like, you got Nassau Coliseum and, but to me, Westbury Music Fair, that's where Sinatra played and Don Rickles and like everybody of that caliber. Milton Berle. I mean, it's insane the people, Joan Rivers, that played Westbury Music Fair. So that was like the golden ticket for me that I always wanted to do. And I'll tell you a funny story. I got to go there. They used to have a little room in the back, like the snack bar, basically, opened up a little comedy area. It was the worst idea they could ever think of. It was like the snack bar, and they threw a stage up and said, we're having a comedy show. And I went, and it was me, like John Shea. I forgot who else was even on the show. And I went up there, and it was typical. Nobody paid attention, but I did my act, did what I had to do. I get off stage, and this woman comes up to me and says, "You're really funny. My name's Heather. I booked the shows in the main theater." I was like, "You do what?" She goes, "Yeah, I booked the shows in the main theater." I said, you have comics open up for acts, right?" She says, "Oh, yes, once in a while." She says, "Do you want my card?" I'm like, "Of course I want your card. Are you kidding me?"
No,
So
I couldn't possibly.
Yeah, I took her card, and I just would email her, not a lot, just every once in a while, be like, "Hey, if you ever need an opening act, let me know, blah, blah, blah." I don't want to bug her.
Driveway
And she would
shovel, lawn mowed, anything?
anything. She would always answer me, which is a shock. If you know this business, people don't answer you. They don't tell you you suck. They just ignore you. But anyway, you want them to say you suck. At least you know what to work on. But when they ignore you, you don't know what's going on. So she kept answering me, and I kept, "Hey, anything go? How you doing, Heather? Blah, blah, blah." Nothing right now. 2 years go by. She emails me on a Wednesday. She says, "Stevie, are you available this Saturday to open up for Dion, like as in Dion and the Belmonts at Westbury? You could do about 20 minutes." And I was like, I almost lost my mind. I answered the email immediately. I said, "Of course I'm available, even if I'm not
It's
available."
my kid's wedding, but I'm blowing it off. I'll be there.
Forget about it. There could be I don't care. I'm there.
Right.
I wasn't booked anyway, but even if I was, I wasn't. You know what I mean? So 20 minutes in front of a full 3,200 sold out in the round.
Now, when was this?
This was in July of 2018.
Okay. Well, wow. Okay.
2 years ago. And it couldn't have gone any better. It was just like the perfect, and they were first of all, I was a nervous wreck. I've been doing this 25 years, but my heart was like, they said, "Get here at 5:00 to do a mic check." So I get there at like 4:30. I waiting in my car, walk in the door. "Okay, we got to do a mic check. Go down there and say hello. Hello. Okay, mic check over." That was it. And then I had to wait till 8:00 to go on. That was like the longest 3 hours in the history of my life. But at 8:00 on the button, she said, "Okay, you're going on at 8 on the button." And I'm thinking, 8:00, there's not going to be people sitting there. They're going to be in the lobby. They're not going to be ready for show.
Right.
Right? That's what I'm thinking. God must have been on my side, because that night it was pouring rain, and they decided to open the doors early. They usually open the doors at 7:30. They opened them at 7. So by 8:00, these old bastards, they were all like 60 and over because they're singing Dion, was sitting in their seats and ready for the show. And I went out, and they kept telling me 20 minutes. Don't do 19. Don't do 21. 20 minutes.
Wow.
So I'm already like a wreck.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking, there's no light. I don't know. I know what 20 minutes is because I've been doing it and I know what it is. I went out there. I did my 20 minutes. The stage was turning. I didn't even notice. Every joke landed. It was like heaven. And I got off stage. My heart's pounding. I'm sweating. I looked at my watch. I did 20 minutes in 1 second.
So you went over. You screwed up.
I went over 1 second. And they said, "You'll never work here again."
Yeah, you're out. Wow, that's unbelievable.
It was fucking perfect, if I can curse on this show. It was like the best gig. I could have ended my career right there. I could have said, "That's it. I'm done." There's nothing could go better than this.
Well, if it means anything to you, this show will end your career anyway. So 2 years later, here you are.
I'm sorry that was a long story, but it's my favorite.
No, that's awesome. Now, did you get to hang with Dion and them, or like afterwards?
Very little. The funny story was when I got there, I was there at 5:00, and I'm like, "Where's Dion?" "Oh, he's not showing up till 8:00. I'm like, 8:00? The guy didn't show up till 8:00. So I didn't get to meet him before I went on. And afterwards I went off and I watched his show. He was phenomenal. He was so good. The guy's 80 years old. He still got it. And I said, I want to at least meet him, get a picture. And afterwards, I said, "Can I meet Dion?" They said, "Oh, he's cooling down. You're gonna have to wait a while.
He's cooling down.
He's cooling down."
He's in his
What the hell does that mean?
cryogenic tomb.
Are they
or whatever.
showering him off? Are they putting him? Are they putting him on ice? What does that mean? I'm like, okay, I'll wait, because they were he was surrounded by managers and people, and I know last thing I want to be is a problem. I'm just so happy to be there. I said, I'll wait. And finally he came out. I said, "Hey, Dion, I opened up for you. I just want to take a picture." And I took a picture, and he said, "Hey, good to meet you." And he shook my hand, and that was the end. That was the whole thing. But at least I got a picture.
Wow.
So that was really exciting.
And they did now when they made the check out for 10 grand for your 20-minute set, did they spell everything right? Or
I don't even want to tell you what I got paid. It was embarrassing. Let me tell you, I would have done it for
who
a
cares?
sandwich.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I would have done it for a sandwich.
Most people do it for a sandwich.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care. That wasn't a money gig. That
Wow.
was something I could think
You-
about.
listen,
Have you been back there though? Have you done more shows there?
Okay, here's the story after that. The next day, what I did, I'm old school. And I said, I don't want to send this woman an email and thank her. I don't even want to call and thank her. You know what I
Sent
did?
her flowers.
No, I didn't do that. It's too much. I sent her a
He didn't make
handwritten
enough
thank
money
you
to pay for
card.
flowers. He had to do something different.
I had no money.
Yeah.
I sent her a handwritten thank you card.
Oh wow.
Handwritten. Thank you so much for the gig. And I sent it to her, and then she thanked me for the thank you card, and then I thanked her for thanking me for the thank you card. But 3 years later, we're still thanking each other. But I know that she stuck that thank you card on her bulletin board, and she's looking at it every day. That's what I'm thinking. But I did ask her a few times after that, "Do you still need an opener?" And she always answers, "Not yet, not yet, not yet." And that's it. That was my one shot. It may not never happen again, but
You can cross it off your bucket list now. That's it.
it was unbelievable.
That's great though. I mean, how many people does that place hold?
3,200. It was sold out that night.
Wow.
Nice.
Bozy, that's every show we've done combined
Yeah.
Pretty much.
plus
Pretty much.
3,000.
I mean, I've been very fortunate. I've done the Paramount. I opened for Norm Macdonald. I'm going to drop names now.
That's
Dennis
a good
Miller.
room though. Paramount's a nice place,
Paramount.
right? I like that.
The weird thing about the Paramount with comedy, it's very hard for comedy because it's high ceilings, so it's very echoey. So when they laugh, it's like a wave. It's very weird. Like you tell your joke and you hit your punchline, and you hear like, it's literally like that.
Wait,
It's like,
Stevie,
wow.
hold on a second. If you could take a second to explain this. So what you're saying is sometimes you'll tell a joke, because Bozy doesn't know this. Sometimes you'll tell a joke and then there's laughter after it.
It does happen. It does happen.
Bose,
Yeah.
are you taking notes, Jeff?
I've had my pen out writing all the specifics, Stevie, because of his 25-year career.
Right.
And
Now,
because
Jeff,
I hope I don't sound too. I
I'll
hope I
never-
don't sound too bombastic here.
Wait.
I'll never see Westbury.
Jeff, I'm gonna bring Stevie back down to earth, right? Because the first show that I ever did together with Stevie, we did it in an Italian restaurant in
I went
Suffolk
too
County
far.
that had about 45 people in it, right? And at Spiga, and it was great, you know. But we were talking before, and he's like, yeah. So I did a show for 3,200 people at Westbury, and now I'm doing a show.
Well,
for
you see,
people.
that's the beauty of comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do 3,200 people, and then the following weekend I was at the Ronkonkoma train station or something. I don't remember. Well, I was at Spiga with 15 people.
That's right,
And
yeah.
75 comics.
Yep.
You know, it was.
Wait a minute.
That's
Hold
what it
on.
is.
Wait. 75. Don't listen. Come on. Aren't those shows more modest? Aren't they 74?
Yeah, John sometimes scales it back a little bit and gets rid of one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I love John Butera, but I always yelled at him. I'm like, John, please, if you're going to headline me, and I really do appreciate it, I don't want to sound like a diva, but can you make it like less than 7 comics? Because it's so hard to. He goes, oh no, we're only going to have 5.
Yeah.
And I get there, and there's like all of a sudden there's 12. It's well, he showed up. I got to give him a spot. And this guy came in, and I like.
He goes, Stevie, listen, the show at Spiga starts at 8, and you're
Yeah.
headlining, so get here by 11:15.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, great. And you go right on. Yeah, you just walk in
It's-
and go.
It's really hard to close those shows because people are tired.
That was a
Listen,
good show, though. No, that was, I have to say, though, it was a good crowd that night over there. That place is usually very good for.
Yeah, I've done that a few times, and it's always pretty good. It's a good show.
I did a
love
show.
John. He's a
I
great
did a
guy.
show there. I was on a show there one night with and Terry McNeely was closing it out.
Oh God.
And let me tell you something. Till this day, he crushed that room like I've never seen before. And I don't know how much time he was supposed to do, but he had gone. They just, nobody was stopping him. He was just going. And literally at one point, after going, like doing way more than he even had to do, he just went, I'm done. He dropped the mic and that was it. But that place was, he had that room. He owned it. It was like unbelievable. It was hilarious.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Terry's good. Good comic.
And that's his crowd out there, his Suffolk.
Yeah,
peeps,
the Suffolk Rednecks.
Yeah.
The right wing, the right wingers.
North Alabama, as I call it.
Absolutely.
So.
Now, earlier, there was a comment from Rich. There was a comment from Stevie. So I'm gathering you definitely went ahead and you voted Democratic this year, right? Stevie?
Yeah, I voted for Joe Jorgensen.
I waited
online for 3 hours to vote for Joe Jorgensen.
Exactly. So did I, oddly enough. Yes.
Can you imagine people waiting online in the rain for 2 hours to vote for Joe Jorgensen?
Well, I got to tell you, though, her bumper stickers were better than the Jill Stein one I got last time. So, I mean,
I was hoping like Al Franken and Jill Stein, so we can have Frankenstein, but it never happened.
That would have been a good, you know what? They might have had a shot just from marketing, from a marketing.
Hey, I would vote for Frankenstein. I just, the cleverness of it. I'd be like, yeah, let's put Frankenstein in the White House. What the hell?
I mean, the country would implode, but at least we'd have that moment.
Yeah, what the hell? It would be monstrous.
It's all good. So I know you got a little family call to do in a little bit.
Yeah, she's probably going to call in about 5 minutes or so, but I can hang out.
What are you doing for what's Thanksgiving in the Suffolk world of Stevie G?
Well, I just heard that McDonald's is open, so there's always that, the old quarter pounder. I don't know what we're doing. It's just me and my wife, my mother-in-law. We're having a small gathering. We invited over Andy Cuomo. Andy's going to come by.
Oh, good.
Is he
bring some cops?
Is he bringing pie or anything? Or?
What's amazing is I've never heard a man talk so much to the point of where I actually know his daughter's names. I know his mother's age. I don't give a crap about McKaylee. I don't give a crap about the 89-year-old. I don't care anymore. Stop talking about them. We don't care about your family. Stop trying to reach down.
When you make the sausage and rice, you can't have sausage and rice in the stuffing. It's against the law. I know.
It's
read the law.
Yeah.
So I mean, Bose, I got to give you credit. You tell me every time I talk to you during the week and stuff, you're always like, and you listen, and I go, I have not watched or listened to one of these press conferences because I don't know how anyone does. First of all, if you've watched one, I don't know why you'd ever watch two. Like, why would anyone watch anything from any of these people more than one time? Because it's a complete waste of an hour or whatever.
Well, it was either that or re-listening to our show, so.
Right. Which is also a waste of an hour, but at least, we got a half hour Stevie at least, and then, whatever happens after that, what happens,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I hate the bail on you guys, but a couple more minutes.
What's your daughter's out in Colorado?
She lives in Colorado. She's in Fort Collins, which I think is a little north of Denver, maybe 2 hours north of Denver. She likes it out there. I don't know. It's crazy. It snows. They can have like a foot of snow, and then the next day it's 80 degrees. So it's a very weird place.
And they have and there's a lot of weed.
A lot of marijuana out there. It's recreational. I take recreational Viagra.
Yeah. How's that working out for you?
It's pretty good.
What do you think is holding up the screen for him?
That's right.
Real quick question I want to throw out there to you, Stevie G.
Yes.
You've been in the business 25 years. You know a whole bunch of other people that have been in it, all the names that we could all drop that are on local Long Island.
Yeah.
But real quick question. How do you feel about the up and coming, the new people that might be trying to get into this? How do you see them faring out with as far as like just starting out, and then also with the fact that everything has been shut down for a year?
I don't know. I can't imagine how they're getting through it because it's all about stage time and stage time and stage time, and you can't get stage time. I mean, it's hard. I don't know what the answer is. You just got to keep writing and keep performing and getting better, and hopefully you get a break and somebody offers you something like doing Firehouse shows. See, I got lucky. I got into the Firehouse shows John LaRocchia does them now, and Rick Morgan was the guy that got me into them. And you
Yes.
get better because the bigger crowd you're in, the better you do. Because it's harder. People always say, "Don't you get nervous in front of 300 people?" I'm like, no, those are easy. I get nervous in front of 12 people. 12 people is hard.
Well,
300.
that's a jury, Stevie. It's different.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's a reason to get nervous in front of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, the bigger the crowd, the better, and then you grow as a comic, and you just get better. But with this pandemic, their careers are shut down basically.
I got a question for you. You told us about your moment at Westbury, and that.
Yeah.
And I know you've done shows at Governor's a bunch of times, and you've done shows at my father's place, and you've been all over.
Yeah.
And these fire shows. Okay, but on the flip side, in your 25, 30 years of doing this, when was
Yeah.
that show where you went, "Oh my God, I just shit the bed. Like this was not a good day."
Oh, a lot.
No,
That
but
was a lot.
the one that stands out, not when you first started, like because you're supposed to, but like when you were a little bit seasoned, maybe, and you
Right.
had that moment where you go, "Whoa, that was a bad night."
Well, I mean, comedy clubs, it depends. I mean, they're tough sometimes if you do the late show and people are drunk and stupid, or you get the bachelorette parties. I mean, there's a millions of those. I think the hardest ones are private shows, like if I do a Christmas party or they invite me for a 50th birthday and I'm the surprise comedian.
They always
I
love
love
that.
They're like, oh, we don't tell anybody you're the comedian. You're a surprise. I'm like, uh-oh.
Do they mistake you for the
Nobody
stripper or
knows.
something? Like, is that where the confusion lies? They think you're coming in there to take it all off?
They don't know what's going on. They just, because some people just don't like comedy. They just don't want to laugh. Maybe they don't think I'm funny. I don't know, but it's a weird thing. You would think everybody would like some quality comedy, and I'm clean, and I think I'm doing a good thing and doing jokes that work everywhere, and they're just looking at me like, we hate you, so there's a lot of those. I can't really pick one. There's tons of them. Obviously, like I said, the easier gigs are the firehouses and where they're expecting comedy, where it's comedy night and
Right.
people are going to see comedy. I always say this, and this is the truth. It's easier to bring the people to comedy than it is to bring comedy to the people.
Mm.
Right? So if people are coming to see comedy, they're there to see comedy. But if you're all of a sudden the comedian at a place where there's people, now you've got to get them into a mood of there's a comedy show going on. So
And
that's
people
the
can't get
difference.
offended. You go to a comedy club and you're like, "Oh, I'm offended." You're at a comedy club. If you get offended, you went in the wrong door. You get over yourself.
Yeah, I hear that a lot about people getting offended. I don't think I'm offensive as a comedian, so maybe that's why I never hear it. But I've never really had that. Once in a Oh yeah, one time I think some woman came up to me afterwards and she was mad about something I said, and I was like, all right, whatever. But normally I don't get accosted, you know. But yeah, I think when people go to comedy clubs, they pretty much know what they're in for. It's usually a younger crowd. Firehouses, you might get some people that get offended. Definitely the private parties, corporate gigs, because corporate gigs, they want you to don't say anything about anybody. Don't even be funny. Is it possible you can not be funny? Yeah, I can do that.
And don't talk about the owner of the company as much.
Yeah.
Don't talk about anybody. Oh, that's the other thing. I love when they say that. They come up and go, oh, listen, you got to talk about Joey and when he broke his leg on the ski trip. Okay.
Yeah,
And then
that
you
fits
say
right
it and they
in.
look at you like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, what, did you set me up or what's going on? It's just brutal.
Listen,
And
talking about Joey and the leg broken thing will match right into the beach joke.
oh, my beach joke?
Yeah,
You
it'll,
like
it'll
my
fit right
beach?
in. It's like sitting there. It's like, hold on, I can fit that right in right here. Hold on. Yep. Okay, perfect. Joey and the broken leg. Got it. Thank you.
Oh, you know my beach joke. Everybody loves
Yes.
my beach joke. Thank you.
So
Yeah.
you know
That
what
came to me.
I love? What I'm loving about this real quick is like, wow, Jeff knows so much about me. Well, I don't even know who he is, but he's there.
Yeah, but you get that at home too, Bose.
I get that everywhere I go. I
Yeah.
mean, even my parents even wind up saying like, shit, we should have chose adoption.
We should.
Still up for
So.
grabs, no?
Listen, pretty much. But listen, I know he had to go. I don't want to hold him up.
Yeah, I gotta go. But happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Happy
Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving.
What you
Stevie.
guys are doing. I think the good thing this year about Thanksgiving is as comedians, we don't have to hear from family members. So you're still doing that comedy
Yeah,
thing?
I got a joke for you. You know
You
what
got
you should
any new
talk about?
material?
Yeah, yeah.
Where are you gonna be next?
Yeah, I love that. Where are you going to be next? We won't make it, but
Yeah,
where
where
will
are
you
you
be
gonna be
next?
next? When I went to I gotta love this one. I went to Governors and you weren't there.
Yeah. I love last year on Thanksgiving, somebody said to me, "Where are you going to be next?" We were sitting around eating. I go, "The bathroom." That's where I'm going next. Where are you going next? I just had
I
two
got a
cuts of
joke
turkey.
you could put in your act. That's another good
Exactly.
one.
Well, Stevie,
I like this. I got a joke you could put in your skit. That's a good one.
Oh, man.
That's
Have a
like
happy
Uncle Leo
Thanksgiving.
says that. All right, guys. I
All
think I
right.
do have to go.
All
Take
right,
care.
everybody, that was Stevie GB. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll catch you around, good sir.
I'm in Joe Biden's basement. I gotta go.
See you later. Democrats out.
It looks like a hostage video situation
I am. I'm a hostage.
there.
That was Woody Allen's line. He said he was in the war. He was 4P in case of a hostage. In case of a oh shit, I forgot the joke. He was 4P in case of he's a hostage. Oh, I forgot the joke. It's a funny joke and I forgot it.
Way to kill
All
our
right.
show at the end. Nice job, Stevie. Really.
There
Great.
you go. My closer sucked.
See you later.
Hey, keep doing it.
Take
Keep doing
care,
it. I
man.
forgot to talk about my show I'm doing.
Come
It's
back
called
when you got.
Obviously-
Come back when you got the hour.
All right, I will. I'll come back.
And he like just in case everybody, he's going to wind up doing a if I can remember and if I chimed in correctly, it will be a mainly all political but far right show.
Obviously biased.
Obviously biased, where it'll
Yes.
be professionally put together and edited
Right.
for viewers of non-liberal eyes only.
Correct. It's going to be here's the tagline. It's no apologies, no surrender, and no opposing views. We're not interested in any opposing views at all.
Well, thank God we're no rhyme, no reason.
That's right. We're just going to same thing.
So,
Obviously biased.
all right. Well, we'll hopefully check that out and
Check it out. Don't call in if you have any opposing views. We do not want you to call in.
Fair enough.
The phone lines are hot right now.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know what it is? There's really no conservative shows like that other than like Newsmax now, which it's just like run by a 12-year-old. It's like watching cable access. It's like watching Wayne's World, that thing. But yeah, everything's left leaning. So I want to be so far right that like Alex Jones is going to tell me to stop.
Good luck with that. Yeah.
All right. Not conspiracy right, just fun. We're going to have fun.
Yeah. All right.
We'll see.
Alrighty.
For as long as it lasts. I'll probably do 3 weeks and get bored.
sounds like my marriage.
All right, guys. I got to go.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Thanks for the Kinks banner. Thanks for
Take
listening
care,
to me.
Stevie.
Take
See you
care.
later.
Stevie.
Rock and roll.
Take care.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You
Happy
too.
Thanksgiving.
Take care.
Bozy,
Hi, sir.
what's up, man?
That was different.
Hey, listen.
I love. Yes, and it's so fitting that you have.
Let's get into our Thanksgiving spirit. You know, one of the
Great.
best. One of the
I
great
love how the fact that
Thanksgiving-
I'm dressed in the same color and I'm about the same girth and face.
You look a
It's
little
like-
like John Candy, don't you?
Oh man,
Wow.
I love that. Oh, I love that movie, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And I love the one part where he's driving on the wrong side of the road and he goes in between the two tractor trailers and he's driving and then Steve Martin looks at him and he goes, ah!
He goes,
I
None of
love that
messes.
part.
You're going the wrong way. He's like, how does he know where I'm going? It's like,
Great movie.
yeah, I got to watch that during the holidays. But whoop,
Oh, there's your Ellen DeGeneres pick. That's great.
Ellen DeGeneres, baby. You know, Bose, let's talk a little
Yes.
bit about the holiday. Because Thanksgiving, my favorite holiday.
It is. It's a great
Because-
holiday.
Because you get a table full of this stuff, right?
Yes.
And you just keep going at it and going at it. And then you pack it up and you put it away and you go back and you go get more.
Right.
And then the next day when you wake up, there's still food there. It never leaves.
For the next 3 weeks.
Oh, it's amazing. Are you a turkey guy? You like turkey?
Absolutely. In fact, I made sure that was one of the staples in my house. Even though we didn't get the full bird, we got just the breast.
Oh, hey,
So,
hey, Bose.
but
Let's say hello to some of our friends here. Adam Snare.
yes.
We got Joan Krupiasher. We got Bill Hansen. We got Danielle Asher. By the way, Danielle Asher. Anyone who likes music and didn't watch Danielle Asher doing songs from her living room, go check it out. It was awesome. She's great. She's got a great voice. She was doing. I would consider it a very high level karaoke because she was using karaoke music. But she is
Right.
something else. She rocked it, and you can find it on Facebook and check it out. It was great. So who else we got? We got is your buddy was your buddy Greg on today with you?
No,
Jeff?
Greg, we have Joan Krupi Asher, we have Nikki Singh, we had Danielle Asher, Mama Asher, Elizabeth Batapede, Christine Rum O'Flattery, and her son is 8 and loves Abbott and Costello.
Whoa.
We actually had I guess it was a blip or an accident, but Goomba Johnny slid in accidentally. He was probably thinking like, oh, no, not those guys.
Yeah. Oh, Stevie's gone. Delete, delete, delete.
So,
Listen, there are other shows that count that as a view and an endorsement. So I mean, it's like.
hey, he's a great guy though. I got to meet him. He's definitely a nice guy.
So Jeff, what,
yes.
what's your favorite food on the table for Thanksgiving?
Well, considering my girth, it's always stuffing.
Nice.
So, and I can't get this thing to go. But it's usually, like I said, I try to have the potatoes, the stuffing, and for other people, it might make them sick. I love, no, not the Hungry Man dinners.
This is the food.
Really?
How many people are eating this one?
Oh my God. I don't know. Are they dated back to the 80s? I mean,
Well,
really?
I mean, you get the extra portions and stuff. It's the Hungry Man. Look, only 10. How many grams of protein on there? 16 grams of protein. I mean,
No.
sounds like a win. This could be good. And you know what? Those potatoes, some of that is actual potato. It's not all synthetic. There's real potato in there somewhere.
There's somewhat of a potato actually in there, mixed in.
A little bit of a potato. So, do you do any of the cooking, Bose?
That's a negative. That's a
Nice.
negative, good sir. No.
All right.
I will go ahead though. I will peel the potatoes. I will go ahead and do the finishing touches on it, but I don't mess with anything else that goes on with the cooking. So that's a no.
And Jeff, I mean, in this crazy year of 2020, when shit hit the fan on a daily basis, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask. What are you thankful for, buddy?
Thankful. Let's see here. A lot more paper towels to my that I'm accessible to, so I can go ahead and when I have corner time, thinking about the food I will be getting on Thanksgiving. And yes, if that was a masturbation joke, it came out horribly. I listen. What am I thankful for? I'm thankful. Listen, it's another year done. It's most of us are alive who didn't die.
Oh, by the way, if you're not alive and you want to tune into the show, Bozy, where can the people who aren't alive find you on social media?
Still Facebook and Court TV for the people that get brought up on charges. Those places.
Is it still called Facebook Live for the people who aren't, or what should we tell them? Where will they find you?
Obviously, same place they always find me. Here on No Rhyme, No Reason, every Tuesday, 6:30, good sir.
Whoa, I had no idea this was a weekly thing. Fantastic.
I mean, hey, listen, you know what? I kind of like the fact that, we're on a Tuesday because we didn't fall on Thanksgiving. So, it works out. Hey, listen, don't forget, everybody, we're number one in our time slot.
That's right.
the only one, but still, nevertheless.
We are the #1 rated Gov 6:30 Tuesday show. That is fact right now. Right now.
Oh
So,
my
Bose,
God. Yes, sir.
Are you one of them guys who, I have to get out of the way of this, do you guys ever, dig deep and pull the old wishbone out of the turkey? Or you only have a breast this year?
I only have the breast.
Well, when
Sorry.
you have the real bird though, do you turkey up?
Uh, well, like I said, I mean, I go ahead and I do the whole wishbone thing, and I always get the smaller end of the stick, so I never get my wish. So what do I give a shit about?
Wow. So what is it you missed out on? Like,
$1 million, a better life, all these things. That's what I missed out on. All those wishes that I could have had over the years, up and out the window.
and the person you did it with who won, what'd they
Amazing
get?
enough. Solid careers. They look great. They're in shape. It's wonderful.
I'm calling
they got
bullshit
to,
on
they
that.
Got to, they got to die early. I mean, these are all positive things.
I
you know?
call bullshit.
Listen, my father wanted out of the relationship and out of having any responsibility of taking care of a family. That's why that man kicked the bucket at 60. Hey, listen, he didn't screw around.
Okay.
But anyways, on a positive note, what are you thankful for, my good friend, buddy, old pal?
So many things, Bose. So many things. I think you know what? The last couple of weeks I've been feeling a little bit more optimistic. Like I really am hopefully seeing this light at the end of the tunnel. That the spring. I think if we get past, I'm not optimistic about the holiday season because I think there's going to be so many people getting together and there's going to be shit flying everywhere. But I think once we get over that New Year's hump. I think as we start getting to February and March, I think, and the vaccine and all that stuff, I'm fingers are crossed, man. I'm optimistic. I'm thankful that we can get back to a little bit of normalcy, or maybe not all, but whatever the new normal is going to be. I would like to see my mom a few times. It'd be great. We saw her twice from a distance since March. And she's got some issues at the nursing home, some medical issues. So it would be good to see mom. And, but otherwise, I'm thankful that everybody's kind of hanging in there. And, I think we got better days ahead.
You're really aiming for that February thing, aren't you?
Well, it's my birthday month, so, that's big. And,
All right, so that's how
Groundhog Day,
because it's your birthday. That's what makes the world go round. That's kind
of. Speaking of which, our good buddy from Domestic Disturbance, Carla Okerson, I know she's got a birthday coming up, and I think she starts celebrating it sort of like 2 weeks before and then 2 weeks after. So I guess she's going to have like that 4-week celebration.
Okay.
So I'm not sure of her actual date of her birthday, but you could start wishing Carla Okerson a happy birthday now, I think. Operators are standing by. And she will take all presents and cards and cash.
Well, always a happy birthday to anybody of the Domestic Disturbance party. Oh, speaking of domestic disturbance, did you want to sneak in the fact that we will have a special guest next week?
Well, why don't you, teaser?
Well, folks, we were so graciously accepted to know that Mr. Tim Saliani from Domestic Disturbance will be joining us next week. I didn't want to say that there was, sleight of cash to have him on because, in order to do this, you have to get paid off because God knows that, no.
Tim actually experienced, he had COVID this year.
Yes.
And he said being on our show next week will actually feel worse. So we got that going for us. So, it's good to be the best at something, I guess. And so we're looking forward to having Tim join us. But Tim's great. Tim and Mike Keegan and Carla Okerson do Domestic Disturbance, and we love them. They follow us on Tuesday nights. So later on, when you log off of here or, go back on and check out our friends. And Tim also occasionally does those Shut Up Stupids, which are really well done, and a lot of good guest stars and guest people popping in and doing some stuff with him, and it's great. So we're happy to have Tim on next week.
Do you think
And
we
plus-
can do this in 5 minutes? Let's talk. Let's talk about the stuff that's been going on in 5 minutes. Let's see if we can do this in 5 minutes.
You got it, bud.
Like a tight 5 compared to Stevie's tight 20 in 1 second.
Yeah. Hack, he went over.
My God. Real quick, listen, just for everybody's sake, we listen to what's going on with the whole 10 people only at the household. Listen, Cuomo and his cronies are not coming door to door knocking to see and do a head count, okay? So get that out of your head. He said 10 people. Yes, it's a suggested number. He knows that nobody is really going to follow it. And if they do, it's more of a thank you, okay? I'm not sticking up for the guy because a lot of times some of the shit is just bat crazy, okay, that comes out of his mouth. But nevertheless, if you're going to have family over, just do it responsibly. Know who they are, where they came from, And if you know they came from a hot spot, listen, put them in the basement, whatever, But the thing is, he's going after the places that are going to be known to do it, like gambling rings, a comedy show with 74 comics, one of those places. He's definitely going to go ahead and go after.
I don't think I would be surprised if on Friday, and I'm not big on watching these local news like shows, but I would be shocked if the lead story is this just in: local authorities kicked in the front door of the the Smith house and there was 12 people gathered around the Thanksgiving table. They took little Joey and Mary away in handcuffs, and they'll be arraigned on Monday. I can't see it happening. Although, that's what you get. You break the rules. You get what you get. But I can't see. You think they're gonna? You think that? I mean, don't get me wrong. If there's you remember a couple of months back, those people were on the Airbnb in Jersey.
Yes.
Rented those houses and had 300 people in there.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, if you're doing Thanksgiving for 300, you should not get arrested. You should get drug evaluated because that's a lot of people. That's at least 2 turkeys for 300 people, right? So.
Real quick, Greg DiFilippo, Greg DiFilippo, your wishes might come true as soon as the studio opens, and then we will have the show of all shows where I get to go ahead and devour is it devour or taste?
Excuse me. You will be, just so we're clear on this, on the 8th, whether that studio's open or not. You will be sitting next to me. Having a McRib and some watermelon gum. Funny bones for dessert, and you're going to chew on a piece of watermelon gum.
Oh, for Christ's sakes. I'm going to wind up pulling Lindsay Lohan and right afterwards. I can't. No. No, absolutely not.
When you throw up, which way do you turn your head usually, left or right?
Say again? What?
When you throw up, which way do you turn your head, left or right?
Obviously, I'm going this way, to the left.
I want to know what side I'm sitting on. That's all. I don't feel like getting a lap.
I want you on my left. That's the reason why.
Great. Great. But yes, you will be McRibbing, funny boning, and watermelon gumming.
Oh, speaking of which, everybody, real quick. I'm not like the all in all of knowing about all types of movies, but there is another Netflix movie coming out. If anybody wants to check this out, if you aren't scared shitless enough, or you think that there's mind games going on, or some way to make you feel just a little bit more like shit, there's a new thing coming out on Netflix. It's called Songbird. Okay, and no, it's not about Big Bird visiting Sesame Street again. Sorry, no, it's almost like one of those The Purge movies, but COVID style. So if you want to go ahead and just take COVID and The Purge and put it together, that's what Songbird is about.
What?
So enjoy that.
What kind of title is that?
Yeah, Songbird, yes. And to top it off, you ready for this one? They introduced COVID-23. COVID-23. They're already ahead.
What was
they already
that?
know what's going on.
Bose, what was the movie a couple of years ago with am I drawing a blank on the name? With Sandra Bullock with the little bird and the
Oh, Bird Box.
Bird Box. That was it. Okay.
Yes, everything's about freaking birds. Speaking of birds,
Alfred
Thanksgiving.
Hitchcock was way ahead of the curve, I'm guessing. Way ahead.
Yes, definitely. But
So Songbird is about disease and purging.
it's about the pandemic, but on a much higher scale.
Who needs to watch it? We're living
They
it.
talk about week 213, week, not day, week 213 of quarantine.
Now, do you know how many years that is?
No.
I'll tell
got
you.
the numbers. Go ahead, number.
4 years and 5 weeks.
I hate the fact that you know that. That creeps me out on so many levels. It's unnerving.
It's all I got, man. I can't ride a unicycle, do a pogo stick, or juggle, but I can do numbers. And by the way, did you have this kid in your neighborhood? Every neighborhood had this one douche. Remember, had the unicycle and the pogo stick.
Yes.
Right? You had one in your neighborhood.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Well, right. You know, like, was it your friend? Anybody you were friendly with?
No, I used to always go ahead and throw sticks at him.
Right. That person right now is probably in Congress. I bet you.
Most likely.
Right. Every neighborhood had that one kid, pogo sticking around, or the unicycle, or what was the other thing? Stilts. There was
No,
one
I
kid,
haven't-
random
I haven't met
kid with
anybody with
stilts.
stilts.
Yeah.
I haven't met anybody with stilts. But listen, hey, a tradition that happens every year, which was amazing. I got to catch it. The
STDs?
not an STD. The now acting president. Is that
President,
I don't know.
President-elect.
Not president-elect. The acting President Trump.
Oh.
He pardoned a turkey, and I swear they both had the same stance. Like the bird was out, and then he was out like this, and it was. I swear it's like their eyes met. There was some sort of communication going, and he pardoned the bird. But what's even funnier was someone out of the press conference was like, after you pardon the bird, are you going to pardon yourself? And I was like, wow, that's kind of ballsy to sit there and do that on the White House lawn. But whatever.
The best joke I heard was he pardoned the turkey, but just the white meat.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that, everybody. That was so wrong.
Hey, Bose, we're up against it, brother. Our time is up.
That's it. It's already 7:30.
It is, but
Christmas.
I want to wish you and the family a happy Thanksgiving. And where will I be coming over on Friday or Saturday? If you call me, I will be coming over to assist you with any Christmas decorations you might need to hang.
Yes, indeed. I have my great hurrah between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of making my house look like Christmas threw up on it.
Let me know. I'm there, buddy.
Also, hey, I know he didn't get invited to one, but hey, I had to think to say, I'm on a secret show.
Ooh, nice.
But listen, to all the viewers, to everybody who could be possibly watching, have a happy, healthy, safe Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. See you next week. Tim Saliani joining us.